Applying for jobs can be really tough, and it's really difficult to keep going when you're not getting any offers, you don't feel like you're getting anywhere, or you're just not making progress. Trust me, I've been there. Hey, if you're new to this channel, my name's Becca. I'm a software engineer, and if you don't know, I was recently made redundant, but I'm so happy because I was recently offered a job and I've learned so much along the application process. I have applied for many and been rejected from many jobs, and I've learned so much along the way. So much from the whole application process and from all of the different interviews, and I'm going to share all of that with you today. Whether you're in the middle of your own job search, whether you're looking to break into the tech industry or any industry, or whether you just want a bit of inspiration or motivation to keep going, I'm going to share what's helped me and what I've learned along the process. Hopefully this video will help you stay motivated and master your interview technique. And hopefully it will also help you regain back some of your control and also build your confidence, helping you go through this process without feeling too discouraged. Okay, so my first tip is probably easier said than done, but that is to relax. I want you to stay relaxed through the process and try and relax for your interview. The more relaxed you are, the better your interview will go. Ironically, the more you obsess over that one interview and the idea of that one job being the perfect job, or that job being the one, the worse it will go. The more pressure you will put on that one job, the more fear you will create, the more stress you will create, and this will just lead to poor outcomes. And there's a term for this, the law of diminishing returns. The more we try to attain it, the more we try and reach for it, and the more we obsess over it, the worse our performance will be. And desperation is something that interviewers can sense. When you're overly focused on that one job and when you're really desperate for it, the more you will mess up, the more frustrated you'll get, the more flustered you'll get, and the more you'll just mess up your words, your mind may go blank, and interviewers can sense that. So I want you to get rid of the idea that there's that one perfect job out there for you and just go with the flow a little more. If that job is not for you, then it's not for you. And don't get me wrong, this doesn't mean you can just laze around and not put in any work, not do any preparation, not do any extra reading, and just expect that the perfect job will just fall into your lap, because this is also very unrealistic. You still have to work hard, but don't get hyper-fixated on that one job or on that one opportunity that you think is the perfect one. Because chances are there are way more opportunities out there that you don't even know about yet. And really, there's no way of really knowing what it's like working in that job until you actually work there. So you could be creating this image of this job in your head without knowing the real truth. And when you fixate yourself on that single job, your perspective becomes very narrow and you focus on just that and nothing else around you. And you may end up closing yourself off to other opportunities. Sometimes the universe knows what's better for you, better than you know yourself. So sometimes you just have to go with the flow and trust the whole process. If it's not meant for you, it's not meant for you. Sometimes a rejection may actually just be a redirection to something better. Now, in the interview process, or the whole application process actually, you have more control and more power than you think you do. Companies want to hire you. Just like you want to show the company why they should hire you, they also need to prove to you why you should work for them. And they need to prove to you why they deserve to have you on their team. This may be less true for big companies like FAANG companies where they have a big reputation and thousands of applicants, maybe they're oversubscribed, but I know it's certainly true for many different companies. They know it's not about just them choosing the right candidate, but it's also about you choosing the right company. They need to be able to show you why their ways of working, why their culture, why their learning opportunities and their people really appeal to you and align to your values and the way you want to work, just as much as you want to find out about them. And remember that they're looking for someone that fits their company, just as you're looking for a company that fits what you want. So if you just go into interviews with this mindset and remember that you have a lot of power in this situation, you'll perform a lot better and it will help you feel way more relaxed, helping you achieve the point I mentioned before about going into interviews feeling relaxed. And this leads on to my next point, which is it's a two-way process. It's not just about them assessing you, it's also about you evaluating them as a company. You want to find out if their values, their work culture, and their ways of working all align with what you want. And the interview should also be a two-way process. It's not just them interrogating you, but really use this as your time to ask them questions. So make sure you come to interviews prepared with your questions, things that you want to find out, and really try and figure out whether it is the right place for you. And you having these questions prepared will also show that you're interested in finding out more, and it will show that you're really interested in the company, and this will only play to your favor. Ask about the team dynamics, ask about the people, the working culture, the work-life balance, any interesting projects they've worked on. Ask whatever you can think of and whatever is important to you. So this helps demonstrate that you're engaged, but it also helps you figure out what you want to know. And approaching interviews with this mindset that it's a two-way street will help boost your confidence, and it will also make sure that you don't settle for a job that you know is not suited to you, your values, or what you're looking for. My next point is the rejection is not tied to your self-worth. Getting rejected from a job doesn't diminish your self-worth. Rejection happens to everyone, and it's a normal part of the process, and sometimes it just needs to happen. It's easy to internalize this and over-question things, overthink things, and worry that there's something wrong with you. But really, the reality is that sometimes it has nothing to do with you, nothing to do with your abilities, or nothing to do with your performance or your potential. Sometimes it's really just out of your control. It's important to remember that sometimes it could come down to something so small. Maybe a different interview candidate was more suited to the team dynamics, or maybe they had just one small skill that was better for what they needed, or just gave them a slight little edge. Or maybe it came down to something completely out of your control, like they've decided they don't have the budget anymore. That's actually happened to me in the past and it sucks, but it really just is out of your control, and sometimes you just won't even know the reason. Rejection doesn't reflect on your abilities or your potential for future opportunities. The right opportunity will come, and sometimes you just need lots of no's in order to get that one yes. Now, I know it might be difficult when you're really desperate for a job, but you need to be selective. Instead of just applying for anything and everything that comes your way, be selective. Interview processes and all of the stages, the take-home tasks, the technical interviews, the values interviews, the time tests, the coding challenges, every aspect of it is very time consuming, especially if you are a software engineer as well and you have those experiences of those interviews. You will know how much time and effort and energy it takes. Don't spread yourself too thin by applying to everything and then just end up half-heartedly doing the take-home tasks, or not preparing yourself properly for the interviews, not researching the company enough. You need to be selective so that you can really give your best and give everything to each job that you apply for. Focus on jobs that really align to your skills and align to your values. It's much better to give your energy to those select few jobs than spreading yourself thin to give yourself the best chance at succeeding. And even though it might be really frustrating, getting lots of no's or not progressing to the next stage, I want you to really treat every interview like a learning process. Use each stage as a chance to grow and take something from each interview. Think about what you can improve on and bring it forward to the next one. Even if it doesn't lead to an offer, ask for feedback. Always ask for feedback and see what you can improve on for next time. If you struggled with certain questions, whether they're technical questions or any other type of questions, take a note of those and think about how you'd answer them better next time. Maybe keep a little record of these questions, and then the next time it comes to your interview, you can go over that record that you have and make sure you're prepared for how to answer those questions. Because I can guarantee that a lot of technical questions, and even a lot of the values questions and tell me about your experience type questions, are gonna come up over and over again. So I want you to see interviews as a learning opportunity, if nothing else. So whether it's a chance to fix up on your technical knowledge, or work on your communication skills, or maybe be able to just talk about yourself a little bit better each time. Use them as a learning opportunity and to keep growing. I'm going to interrupt the video to take the time to tell you about my brand new ebook. If you're sat here watching this video thinking, I don't know how to get into tech, I don't know how to get a job as a software engineer, I don't know where to start with the application process, or everything feels so overwhelming right now, then I have the perfect solution for you. I've created this brand new ebook to help answer all of those questions. It's going to take you through the whole process from right at the start, getting your skills ready, to applying for jobs, to writing your CV, writing your cover letter, preparing for interviews, talking you through the whole application process, and just providing that motivation throughout. It's essentially the job search roadmap that I wish I had when I first started. I'm a software engineer now, but I didn't study computer science and I didn't go down the traditional route. Most of what I know is through self-teaching and through learning on the job. I've now worked across different companies and different industries, and I have insights from those different places. I have been made redundant and managed to find and secure a new job within just 1 month. So I know exactly what it takes to go through the whole process. I've turned all of this knowledge into an ebook so that I can help you do the same. So do check it out if you're interested. I'll leave the link in the description box below. Now my last point is to show your personality and show who you are. At the end of the day, people hire people who they like and who they want to work with. No one wants to hire someone that they don't want to work with, that they find rude or they find unengaged or not interested in anything. They want to work with people that they like, people that they think have a lot of potential, and people who are engaged and interested and who are nice to just have a conversation with. And while not every company operates this way, a lot of the companies that I've applied for often have values around people or community or collaboration or communication. So the people side of things. And for me, this is also very important. You're a human first and a software engineer second. So don't get so caught up in giving the perfect answer or sounding too much like a robot. Try and show your personality a little bit. And again, I know it can be really hard sometimes when you're under pressure in that interview. But again, coming back to that first point, try and relax a little so you can just bring out your authentic self. And already in that first interview, try and build a relationship with your interviewer or with the team that's interviewing you. You want them to be able to imagine what it's like to work with you. So if you're doing a coding exercise or any type of task, maybe just gather their input as well. Speak to them throughout the process and just create a friendly environment and just try and connect with them. This will help you figure out their personalities as well and help them see a different side of you. And I know it's easier said than done, but try and approach it just like a conversation with your colleagues. Try and make them imagine what it would be like to have you as a colleague. So you want to try and let your authentic self shine through while still showing them that you're very capable of the job. It might be a hard one to balance both, but with more practice, the easier it will be. That brings me to the end of my video. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope it gave you a little bit of motivation or inspiration about how to go about your future interviews, and hopefully it gave you a little more confidence throughout the whole process. If you enjoyed, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment down below, and hopefully see you next time.